And good evening everyone who is watching the stream of VOD, arrives on air, and welcome to my DZ stream. Finally I got some time again to play the game, so let's go back to our characters. So, as the title says, we have options, indeed, and I personally wouldn't mind some shooting, and I think it would be smart to try to kinda fuse all the options into one, with the possibility of some shooting. Unfortunately, the server we are joining is going to be kind of on the empty side, because we are joining it because we are very down there south. We are very south, so I don't want to lose position. I made it all the way here to find some rounds for my primary, some rounds that you usually find a lot when you don't need them, and when you need them you don't find them at all. So, but we have a crashed car nearby that needs a wheel and that needs some water. So what if we could kinda try to, well, I mean, when you set the goal in DayZ, you always end up, not always, quite often you would end up for some reason interrupted, for some reason unable to reach the goal, or at least kind of thrown back. Usually that would be because of just running into people, shooting and dying. So let's use this trick maybe to find some adventures here, because I kind of want to find some adventures, and I know that the gods of DayZ are going to give me adventures only if we completely try to do something completely different. So let's loot these things one more time, these bunkers, and go to Polyana as I was going to. But now we are looking for water vessels, and we are looking for the wheels. Yeah, getting shot while just moving the wheel in the woods. Why not? Oh, that's a rare thing to find. M16. I ditched my huge magazine for it. But that was the idea. I'm keeping this primary because I always end up swapping it for something else. So unless I intentionally just like very intentionally decide to keep the gun, I would usually get rid of it pretty fast. So we're keeping the gun for as long, well, I mean, as we are able to find rounds for it. You got to be careful with these bunkers. I found a pretty nice claymore trap yesterday, last time, not yesterday, in one of these bunkers, but I didn't step on it. I was sorta ready. So, Polyana, it has some cars that might have the wheel. As for the water vessels, let's see. We just this time we will be moving fast. That's an interesting. I never noticed there was like a separate kind of island of the woods, almost in the debug plains. So the car might be gone. The car might be disassembled. It's been 2 days. I don't know if the server, what's the population on the server when it's daytime. Yeah, I'm going to spend a second here. Just hoping to find something, some adventures. I'm not sure if anything, if any zombies or players render from this distance. But this is actually pretty nice angle on the upper part of the place. Though I'm not a sniper, for me it would be impossible to make a shot. I'm not a sniper, and I'm never going to be by the look of it. So I'm more of a close quarters guy with a shotgun. Though when it comes to getting geared, I would rarely end up with Saiga or R12. I would usually, again, switch to something like an AK or something like that. Okay, so oh yeah, you can find the Mosin in here. Well, sometimes you can find the Mosin on the coast. So we need water vessels and Sarker eels. Oh, hi there. That's definitely signs of people. Somebody just left the scene in here. Yeah, actually, it's gonna be like the fourth spark plug, so no. Polyana might have a lot of traps like this one. A lot of tripwires or just mines. It might have. It's quite possible. So gotta be careful there. No zombies down here, so they all spawned like away from me. Let's start from the top then, I think. Got to be quiet here. At the same time, let's do some looting. Okay. Those were rounds for my gun, but okay. Okay, and that zombie. What are you doing there? Just a runner, just a sprinter, okay. So I need to loot the place, but I'm still going to be as careful as I normally would be. That's some rounds that I don't need. Starting from this side. It's getting light. Nice backpack. Freaking hell. Oh, that's a screamer. They have become way less efficient these days. So I would have been already normally swarmed by zombies, but here they're like coming just one by one. Not even coming. Yeah, that's the way, that's because they spawn these days. Simply it makes these zombies way less efficient. Okay, yep, it can go here. Okay, this is better than a gigantic scope that I had before. Already attracted a couple zombies. Well, actually, attracting them both at the same time is good. Allows me to get rid of them at the same time. The loot here tonight doesn't look that amazing at all. Be careful because of the possible traps. Running in like this and killing zombies just to kill zombies inside might lead to pretty much running into not just a trap, a player. I died a couple times because I would just get a zombie on me. I would want, of course, to kill that zombie inside the building to keep everything's covered, and I would just run inside the building already getting ready, taking out the knife, and there would be a player there, and I'm jumping in with a knife and there's like a player with a gun in his hands. Oh, hello there. Something happened here. This is sorta interesting. This guy wasn't really looted. Had this wall too. That's an interesting find. We got to make some room in our inventory. Okay. Okay, making room, making room. Making room. First of all, we gotta eat. That's one way of making room. So let's eat. Now the second thing, I'm ditching this because I have already a tripwire that's ready to be used. Okay, I could ditch one of these. Let's see if anything here needs fixing. Yeah, okay. The suppressor, I might ditch the whole pistol, by the way. I might just ditch the whole pistol. Okay, this stays here. This we are taking. Then I can ditch this, technically speaking. And I, for example, can do something like this, maybe. Then having a little bit more room here. So, and if I ditch this, then I move this here. So, water purification tabs. Yeah, let's imagine we have some room here. We have quite some room in here. We are even keeping this Fall magazine just in case we find that Fall, which is almost impossible, but who knows. So yeah, I'm leaving behind just these things. And that's not a lot to leave behind. Okay, let's go and loot that house. Somebody got properly deaded there. Maybe it was even like a trap they stepped into. Taking the canteen. That's the vessel I was talking about. Taking this. I'm taking this. Finally a lighter. 15 rounds. Now I have a stack. And I, of course, I'm taking this for the rounds. Okay. Cupid's bolts. Oh, yeah, okay. Somebody survived long enough to actually carry them. Still carry them from the event. Which is nice. There's a cooking pot. Do I need a cooking pot? It comes pretty much for free, but I would have to move something else inside my pot. A lot of things. Okay, let's get rid of this moldy borscht or whatever we have in there. And let's try to make it work. The matches can go. The spark plug can go. I don't need like 3 of them. I'm okay with just having 2. The worn one I'm going to protect then. If I'm protecting anything, I'm protecting the... Oh, wait a second. There's another thing that's worth protecting. Yes, this one. Sure, you go here. Then we can drop these cupid bolts here. Okay, we have a ton of stuff on us actually. Very neatly packed. Okay, in a very unpredictable way, we found one piece of water vessel. We found one water vessel. Didn't expect it to be just somebody's loot. And that's my zombie kill. All the loot's piled up mostly at the... That's food. Mostly at the threshold, at the entrance of the building. So maybe it was a trap, somebody stepped on a mine. Or something along those lines. And their friend just looted them, taking all the good pieces. Somebody left this here. Okay, yeah, signs of people, but again, these can be pretty old. These are probably too old. Very stale. Yeah. Okay, I'm sort of lagging. More food. I'm taking this. I don't want to do any hunting. I wish... I don't really have time for that, I think. I believe... here in DZ I can actually see mushrooms and spot them even when it's like something that I can see only for a split second. IRL mushroom hunting is just not my type of sports at all. I've always been like super bad at it. That on the table, which is not optimal. Got to step back for a second. Deal at least with some food here. Deal with this magazine. I came here for the rounds, not for additional Viher magazines. Well, let's just do exactly that. Okay, this goes in here. I had way more rounds, but that was a long time ago. I used a ton of them to just shoot my way out of somebody's base. I got myself locked in, which wasn't smart, but I was taking some risks there. And the risk ended up being, yeah, like that. So this this canteen is full. This canteen, we gotta fill it up and maybe have some opportunity, use that opportunity we have now to hydrate ourselves. Crap, there's a zombie. Oh, my character is fully energized. Now we got to do the same. Do the same with his hydration. Okay, full just one after one canteen. I might actually hang around for a little bit. And there's another canteen next to the well. That I did not see. I think somebody died with it in their hands. So got shot at this well. Okay, we got 3 water vessels. That's technically already enough to get the radiator, mostly the car's engine, to mostly safe operation, with the radiator being like a little bit more than half full, I think, because the radiator is 4 and around half, 5 and around half canteens. hello there. You I'm taking. I will try to set a trap in here. You I'm taking. Okay. This is getting a little bit... This is fresh. This is like really fresh. The meat's still good. Hey, you Demetrio, good evening, welcome. The legend? No, I'm not. I'm just running around here behind somebody. Feeling myself really uneasy. Empty small. So it was a fight. I haven't... That's not my doing here. I'm just finding it here in this place. And it's relatively fresh. Okay, we need to find the room for another canteen, and that would give us pretty much anything we need, everything we need. And I will make a trap here. Yeah, that would be perfect. And I'm going to be done with this place. You Demetrio, thank you very much. I'm not a legend, I've just been around for too long. That's how I call it. This is sorta kinda insane. So we found 2 piles of loot in this place. Okay, let me work on this. 1 pile of loot. Actually, 1 pile of loot had that crossbow. This one here. And another pile of loot had some cupid arrows. Steel. 22 and... yeah, okay. Good. Finally getting something for my secondary. So, welcome, Ayo Demetrio. How have you been? Hope everything is amazing. Okay, secondary is loaded. We are packed. We are freaking as packed as it gets. So we need to wait a little bit here. Yeah. Let's set up that trap before leaving the place, and let's try not to step into any more traps. Yeah, now I'm seeing this freaking tree stumps, and I'm looking at the tree stumps and I'm seeing bodies. Well, I'm glad to hear more people in Livonia. That's definitely what we need. More people appreciating Livonia. I don't really know why it's sorta kinda underappreciated. I think it's like the best looking map. The nature here, I think it is as perfect as it gets in any modern game. Okay. Now we set the trap. And we leave a grenade in there. Perfection, perfection. So this door we even open. I wish I could just lock the other door, but I cannot. Okay, keep moving. That's not like ideal. Or I can go. What the hell? Is it like a... Okay, that's a sign. Or I can go and retrieve my another wire and make another tripwire, since I have 2 grenades. That would be fun. Okay, now let's drink. Hey, you Demetrio, yeah, unfortunately the sound seems to be a little bit kinda random, but Polyana, man, Polyana, this place is the military base. People maybe just kinda don't really look at it as one, but this is the military base. All the houses here, they spawn military loot, and even on empty servers I would find people here quite often. Today I joined a server that's low pop because I'm on the server, I'm that far down south and I need rounds. So I joined, and at least I think 2 dead players. The bodies are gone, but the loot's still there from them. Okay, I can have another canteen, I think. Mushrooms are spawning everywhere, but the quantity seems to be normal. Okay, good. Let's do this again. That's one. Here we have another. So I came here for just 2 things. Canteens, water vessels, and maybe a wheel for that Sarka. I crashed a couple days ago in the woods. Maybe it's still there. I didn't expect to find like canteens of dead people everywhere. That's definitely not the way I expected to find loot here. So I left my wire under one of these trees, I think. Crap. I had a tad of wire. I left it somewhere here because I found a ready tripwire. Yep, here we go. Here it is. Okay. Step back, let's find a small tree to cut down. Are you a small tree? Are you a small tree? This place doesn't really have bushes. Okay, I think we have bushes over there. Somewhere, yeah. You are a small tree. Yes. Here we go. Yep, that's what we need. And I'm going to get rid of those grenades. Well, I'm carrying for some reason grenade launcher grenades on me. Okay, let's mine this house from both sides. Yep, like this. So the tripwire goes here too. Like this. Let's test that I can get out without activating it. Yep, I can. And I activated it. Damaged, not a big deal. As close to the wall as possible. Open the door. Drop that grenade in it. Leave the place. Close the door. Close this door. We don't need zombies walking into it. Now we are done with all the traps we could do here. Where did I leave my couple canteens? Yep, here it is. Not couple, just one. So I'm carrying quite some containers tonight, but that's because I kinda just wanted it. So I have water for the radiator, I have food. I'm super heavy because of all this loot. So we haven't checked only a couple buildings here. I kinda really need to go and use the bathroom. But I think we gotta finish it here first. Lots of backpacks here tonight. That's another grenade. Not even picking it up. Already have a ton of things that I that I would prefer to carry instead of these grenades. Okay, I'm kinda curious if I myself going to become... if I'm going to find another body, or if I'm going to become just myself, the third body here. The third pile of loot. By the way, you Dimitri, if you're still here, 7-hour loot, that's like powerful. I haven't been able to do more than 6 lately, and I think the 6-hour one was like one of a kind for me. Okay. Okay. Things are gonna get pretty loud. So it looks like whatever happened here happened some time ago. Oh, okay, that's cool. Good luck with that. Good luck with a new GPU. And was it an upgrade or a rare case of downgrade? Hope it was an upgrade. So I myself actually been working on some like IT related stuff. Not for me, it's like part of my job. Got a side gig. Well, sorta kinda. It's not really that side. I kind of helped that office quite some time. They don't have their own IT proper. They have a couple people that sometimes know where to find that any key if it's required. $3090 Ti. Oh yeah, I would have bought one from you for a fair price. I need that one. I need that one because I need the second one. I have a 3090 and I have a Tesla P40, Nvidia Tesla P40. That's a video card. That's not a car. So for like experimenting with local. God, somebody was on the hill. But I'm behind the container. And I'm dead. Crap. And the server is low pop. Ooh, okay. Just as I said. Somebody got really lucky. They caught me. Like that. Somebody got really lucky. So I wanted to do something. I had a goal. I wanted to do something. And DayZ pretty much got in the way of getting that goal. I called it in the very beginning of the stream. You set the goal. Things go sideways one way or another. Somebody on the sniper hill. That's pretty much. Let's actually see if I can see them. Somebody on the sniper hill. So let's see. You stay like this. Let's press exit for now. So goodbye this character. Survived through a lot. I don't think I've, yeah. I don't think I killed anybody using this gun, and I don't think I have a kill on this gun. If we are talking about proper DZ. Okay. Let me find the footage. Yeah, I should have actually stopped for that pee break. Then I would have avoided maybe that person. So my hope running around like that was only like that I would be doing stuff and they would miss their first shot, but they did not miss. So they did not miss. Okay, give me a second. I'm looking for the footage. I locally record everything using Shadowplay, so with higher quality than... that's freaking loud. So let's see if we can get to that point. It's a little bit dark. So let's see. Play. So that's my video. I wasn't looking at the sniper hill, though. That's what I myself use. And we should be able to see them. Sounded like it was behind, actually. Strange. No, it wasn't. It was on the sniper hill. Though I cannot see anything there. Okay. Frame by frame. Over there, I think. Huh. What's this effect? What's going on here? It's like a little bit too big for the particles. Where did it come from? From the container? What did they hit? Did they hit the lamppost? The particle effect is like insane. Yeah, something. Did they hit this maybe? Okay, frame by frame again. So look at this area here. There's no... Yep, here it is. Invisible. Pretty much invisible. So the only hope was to actually for him to miss. For them to miss. And they hit the first, yeah, they hit pretty much everything. But the blood effect and particle effect seems to be a little bit insane. Though I managed to drop inside and well, if that guy on the hill was me, then me as a me getting shot me, the one that's getting shot, would have had a chance. But that guy, he just rushed in. So he made a mistake. That's a mistake to rush in like that. He finished me, rushed in and finished me, because what if there was somebody else behind me? So my friend and whatnot. So that's how you die in DayZ. Okay. So now it's time to finally take that break. And by the way, just as I said, we are looking for adventures. Been looking for several days. We are wasting, spending my characters that I have a lot. So that's why I'm going to switch to another character on another server with more people, hopefully. But this one, as you can see, there was enough people. I couldn't find anything going on the coast for like couple short streams, though I've been hearing shots and I couldn't just get to it. So this was, let me look at my, yeah, okay. This was this one. I have one character that's stuck in the bunker. Not stuck, really. Not really stuck. We actually can try something with that character and then die, maybe. Though I'm not sure which server this character is on. Okay, so I'm going to take that break. Some clips for you while I'm absent, some AFK time for me while you are enjoying the clips. So be right back.
think he was hit, maybe bleeding. And he didn't hit me and he fired a lot of shots. Maybe he's bleeding, maybe he wasn't, I don't know. Oh my god, that was kind of stressful, more so than an average gunfight. I didn't get his name, unfortunately. Blaze rounds. Sorry, just some of those. I got his, yeah, that definitely got my phone. Very much for the tip, dude. Hopper, that's really kind. Thank you for the support. Thank you very much. I must be honest, I wasn't expecting to have to be dealing with, like, the way you were behind those pallets. I couldn't hit you with the shotgun. I was trying to headshot you, but it was just kind of impossible. Maybe with the SPS and a better shot. You did hit. Thank you, to be honest.
Oh, dude, I thought you were the same person that was going back for the body that was killing Bambies. Sorry, dude, go for it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah, some guy was killing Bambies with the pistol, like the guy with the orange, yellow top there. He was killing Bambies for no reason. I thought you were that guy coming back. Sorry. Sorry. There's one on Electro Hill behind me right now. Yeah, he's got a Winchester there. He tries shooting people up on the road further up. Yeah, sorry about that, dude. I did not mean to do that. I thought you were the guy that was killing the Bambies here.
Okay, this clip's too long and it needs probably some Benny Hill music. That's called Yakety Sax, by the way, if you didn't know. That kinda sorta a little bit of a circus, but played a circus, that song. Circus, it's actually March, I think, but played on a sax. So, though cannot do that because of the copyright issues. That clip was a little bit too long. But that's how melee fights in old DZ used to be. So, another character, another server. Hope we get some adventures there, though not a lot of players, unfortunately, at this time of day. But the previous one had very little players, and we died there. I hope that guy who killed us steps in our trap. That pile of loot might attract his attention. And just as I called it, I became another pile of loot in there, in that village. Okay, here we are. That's some pretty old character of mine. And we are here. And we are here somewhere. Aha. Next to Kalimbrode. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have nice things. We still have this, even a little bit of the gift wrapping paper, and we have a candy cane. So this character has been around for pretty serious amount of time. So this character has some well, pretty serious primary. Again, two sidearms. Never found a proper belt. Okay. And his, of all things, his sniper rifle is an SVD. Okay. Let's leave this paper behind. This we are not going to need. Yeah, I played quite some Sahal. I actually played Sahal like a week ago, less than a week ago. But I decided to go back to Livonia because I have Sahal only on one account, and I have well, a ton of DZ accounts. So I switched to Livonia just to spend whatever before my characters, before it all gets wiped, and it will be wiped. So in some weeks it's all going to be wiped. So Sahal, I like Sahal. I really like Sahal, though it might get a little bit too repetitive, but well, I mean, not everything gotta be just easy and whatnot. This gun's loaded. Okay, good to know. Not really actually loaded. Gotta load it properly. So visually, Sahal is very impressive, but I think visually they a little bit overdone it when it comes to the settlements. The nature, no questions there. It looks stunningly cool, but they added so many small details to the settlements that it feels like there's a lot of visual noise. So Sahal, I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with any well-made map, let's put it that way. So I'm maybe not the best person to ask opinions about the maps from. I kind of feel like I would play any map that's just well made, and Sahal is exceptionally well made. I had some adventures there initially, some of a rare type for me, where I actually joined like forces with some people on the coast, and we tried to survive together. So if you kind of want to talk to people, it's easier to find somebody to start playing together on the coast than here, I think. Because the survival is harder, people would try to, well, naturally stay together, join in groups, form groups, way more than in Livonia or in Chernaros. No. Hype of Namalsk is like the thing is that Namalsk is too small for Namalsk is too small for the standard amount of people there. Namalsk should be max 30, just because of the crowdedness of the starting areas. So Sahal doesn't really feel like that, though. Well, again, when it comes to official, when it comes to community, when it comes to official, when it comes to maybe popular vanilla servers, I don't know, I would prefer to again stay away from full ones. Especially when it comes to official servers. Community vanilla might be not that bad, but official full servers or like super high pop, it's better to avoid. 4040 always cute. Yeah, that's too much, especially if we have a queue there. If you get a queue there, that's like too much. So Sahal has the map itself. It's not that small, but it has like very small starting areas, very small the coast. So the coast is very small, and because of that, it always feels like a meat grinder on the coast and starting areas. So. Sahal has that problem definitely solved. The cost is like absolutely huge there. And then there's like actually two major ways, always two major ways to start moving. It's like follow the coastline or go inland, and from there, yeah, it's going to the peninsula or going to the local airfield of the main island. So there's like the huge main island, that's pretty much the mainland. And then it has a small military peninsula. Well, it's kind of small on the map, but it's not small when you just try to run across it. So it has a bunch of smaller islands around it, yeah, so that you can visit. Boats, actually. Boats are really useful on Sahal if you want to travel fast. So... And two major ways to move, like, is to follow the coastline or go on land. There's the third one. If you happen to find the boat, if you happen to be strong enough to survive a long boat trip, because it's cold, and as a new spawn, you know how hard it might be. So... So pretty much, yeah. But that's finding a boat on the coast happens way more often than finding like a car on the coast of Chernarus. The zombies are not coming, okay. Ow. Okay, just started shooting without even, yeah, looking. So this place is full of food. That's not a good sign. When you see this place being like full of food, it might mean that it hasn't been looted in a while. Okay, let's see if we have an opportunity to change scenery really fast here, like by using a boat. Any boats? No boats, okay. Staying under the bridge was my is on my thumbnail picture for today's stream, so I guess we had to just check under the bridge since I have a picture like that. This guy's actually might offer me some 9 mils. Oh, hi there. Okay. Happens, I guess. From time to time. Even with the best of us. Let alone with zombies. MP5. So, I think we're gonna go west here. There's something over there. Piece of paper. We've tried to go east. We've been to the east. We went south. You're alone following me? Wait, these are my rounds, by the way. I'm rocking an AK-101, which is sorta rare. Even for me. Vitamins. Yeah, this character is wearing what she is wearing, and she's going to keep wearing this. No matter what. So the outfit is not going to change. The only thing that might change is the backpack. And the belt, I think. Wop, good evening, welcome. Yeah. She's been around for quite some time too. As you can see, when you have a ton of accounts and switch between them semi-randomly, she still has a little bit of gift wrapping paper and even candy cane, which is like insanely good food. OP event food, nothing even close to realism. That's some 9 mils. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? I missed 3 shots on this one. Oops, empty. Well, that I did not miss. Insane outfit and a pretty insane loadout, I would say. AK-101, super rare for me. She's been to the bunker. And by the way, we have still that wrapping paper. We need to make present. The goal would be, for now, for today, to make a present as big as possible with something absolutely stupidly useless inside. That fanny pack puts all together. Yes. Exactly. But I might switch for, if I find a belt, a proper belt, because yeah, this character kinda feels really low on inventory space. Well, signs of people here too. Okay, let's pay a visit to that military base there, and let's eat a little bit first. We have a pile of food in our inventory, just even 2 packs of milk. Just milk alone. So, yeah, Demetrio, we were talking about the well, computer stuff. So you sold your 3090, and yeah, I would need another 3090. I have one, and my second card is NVIDIA Tesla P40. It's a very old professional graphics card. It's so old that modern things kinda are stopping working on it. So when it comes to AI models, the image generation, video generation, so LLMs that I can run locally. The LLMs, it still kind of works, and I'm not going to for the some extreme stuff, extremely new stuff. So, but having like 48 gigs of VRAM, it's super nice when you want to run some local LLMs. So, but video generation in some programs, like using one, it's impossible because the second card is too old, and 3090 is like just the video memory is not enough. Well, I mean, it's a little bit too slow. Local lamps and such, yeah, but you shouldn't have sold your card. But you can, of course, run those things on your CPU and on your in your RAM. Yeah, 48 gigabyte of RAM. 24 on my 3090, and 24 on my NVIDIA Tesla P40. But NVIDIA Tesla P40 otherwise is a slow card. Way slower than 3090. So, yeah. There's that. But I was actually, and I will have to continue working, and I was working, I've been working, let's put it that way, on the laptop. that I got sort of as a side gig, but not really a side gig. It's just from an office, a small business that I help with IT a little bit. And the idea was with that laptop is that they have a very super old laptop that's barely working, super slow, no SSD even, so pretty old, like 10 years old. They have like, and they bought a new one, and they just want everything, the whole system transferred to the new one. And I managed actually to do it, even though the system just wouldn't want, the cloned system wouldn't want to boot on the new one at all. And I found a way how to install the drivers into a system that just didn't want to boot at all, didn't want even to recognize the new NVMe drive. The old system again was running off of spinning Rust, and the new one is like in another new laptop is on NVMe. The older one, it's like around 1080. It's actually, if you run games on it, it would be around 1080, a little bit faster than 1080, maybe like 1080 Ti, and it's from that time, I think. So NVIDIA Tesla P40. But when you try to run something like 30 billion parameters model, quantized, yeah, it's better to have something faster. NVIDIA Tesla, there's a ton of them, different Teslas, and then other NVIDIA cards for professional usage. Teslas are just pretty old ones at this point. So the thing that what makes it card professional, it doesn't have video output. It's a pure accelerator. So, but you can use it as a video card. There's a way to make it output video through another card if you have another card in your system. So but because I have to use all drivers because of that that card, actually some things they just old video drivers, some things that they just stopped working. For example, like video generation in Comfy UI. Oh, yeah, whoop, that's insane. That's like that's all insane. I wanted to get one and I realized that not happening. Konachton, welcome, nice to see you, man. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Hope everything's great on your side of things. So when you run LLMs, you need a lot of VRAM. It's the best to run them in VRAM, and the software that loads them and that pretty much runs the LLMs, it can split the models between several cards. So that's why having several cards helps. Well, it's not like SLI. It helps really when it comes to LLMs. Whoop, well, man, you got it for an amazing price. Another thing with these NVIDIA Tesla cards is that they don't have fans, because they're supposed to be cooled by the server they'd be installed in. So, and that's why people print custom shrouds for them to attach fans, and that makes them even bulkier. The metro, yeah, I heard of that, but I gotta admit I've only heard of that. Back then I wasn't really playing games. So okay, I think I started talking about it and I got interrupted. So we have this wrapping paper. The goal is to make a useless, stupidest gift. The goal is to make it as big as possible, so the largest one. I don't remember though what you would need to put in there to make it the large box into a large box. And we got to find a container for it, for the gift to stay till somebody finds it. Don't want it to despawn. Hey, who gave you that permission? Conathon, yeah. These days, yeah, it really feels like just a lottery win, for sure. PC for Stalker 2. I gotta tell you, people, I don't even bother anymore even thinking about the new games. Oh, really. Because I barely have time to play DayZ. It's not all I want to play, but DayZ comes on the top when I prioritize things, and yeah. Intel Quad Extreme. EU Demetrio, do not do anything with it. Keep it. I think it's going to be going to cost a pretty penny in like 10 years or something. So just keep it. Paperweight, yeah, but I think if it's in working condition and okay, it's not really the time. Well, I think it is actually the time for it. It's like currently that generation of computer hardware is in the lowest part of the curve. So cost as low as it possibly can. And from here it's only going to get more and more expensive. The thing is, what I'm telling you, the thing is that, for example, right now, Pentium 1 and especially Pentium 2. Pentium 1, there's a ton of Pentium 1s for some reason, but Pentium 2 is getting like really way more expensive than you would expect. It's not like, of course, gold or anything, but a working in good condition Pentium 2 machine with sound and whatnot can actually cost some money. So it's not 60, not going to be 60, not 600 though, but still. So the same is going to happen with yours, especially if it's like top configurations. They tend to actually cost pretty penny. Yeah. But yours might get very expensive pretty fast because yours is a top configuration. It's not something common. So just keep it. Pack it nicely, tuck it away somewhere in a dry corner, and just wait. Check it in check the market in 10 years, I would say. If you yourself, of course, not going to use it for anything. I've been gathering a ton of old hardware, but mostly like Pentium 1 era. Pentium 1, Pentium 2, a little bit of Pentium 3, and Pentium 4. They're currently Pentium 4s are currently like just e-waste here, so I haven't been really intentionally gathering them. It's like they are just pretty much people give you them for free. So Pentium 4s. But today, oh, the belt. We got the belt finally. Though I still don't have the holster, so it might be even, yeah, more problematic. I'm gonna lose some. Some inventory space on it, but okay, so be it. So you go here. You go here. You Demetrio, that's cool. Canafton, yeah, this is an old character. I'm telling you, I've been explaining that I have tons of characters. It's that I have only one Sahal account, but I have a ton of just DZ accounts. And what I'm doing, I'm kind of trying to, well, throw all of them in some sort of adventures in a fight, spend them somehow before the new version hits the stable and it all gets just wiped away. So yeah, I've been gathering old hardware because I want to build some stuff and I want to stream it, building and then using it, but I want to actually build and sell some stuff for people who just want a no hassle retro PC for just to play some old games and whatnot. I know, right? This character's special. Are you coming? No, you're not coming. Are you coming? Oops. Oops, I'm out. So my idea was to build a Pentium 1 machine for myself, and I would keep, of course, some Pentium 2 hardware, some Pentium 3 hardware, just for the retro needs when I want it. So, to be honest, I haven't had a lot of experience with that stuff. My first proper machine, it was Pentium 1, but it wasn't even Pentium 1, it was Cyrex. And because it was Cyrix, it could barely run like 3D games like Quake. So it was like a compatible Pentium like CPU, but not really. So it was pretty crappy in 3D back then. So, but what I'm going to assemble for myself, what I'm going to build for myself and experiment with it, that's gonna be like sort of a little bit of R&D in retro computing. So I want to kinda build things for other people. Voodoo GPUs, yeah. I keep telling the stories since I kinda more like when it comes to things. I don't even know how to explain it. So I ended up for some reason spending a pretty penny on old sound. I have quite some old ISA audio cards. It's like ESS cards that are good working horses from that era. It's like 64. I think, yeah, those Sound Blasters of 64. So some with I got modules of additional memory for those cards. I got special MIDI modules for any card that has a MIDI wavetable connectors, and I ended up even buying a Picogas, a simulator that can emulate Roland MT32 Holy Grail of MIDI in the 90s. It can of course run pretty much any sound bank for playing MIDI, and it's an audio card, modern audio card that's built around what's it called? Pico. What's the name of the platform? I just lost it. Explaining it, I just lost it. Around one of the modern one-board microcomputers. So, pretty expensive thing. It's an attempt to recreate something old using like modern things, because modern components, because the old stuff is just cosmically expensive. Even this stuff is not really that cheap. So paying like $150 for an audio card, ISA audio card, that would feel like insane. But for some reason I really splurged on that, and I didn't get myself a single Voodoo card. I've never had a Voodoo card when I had Pentium 1, and I still don't have it. Otherwise, I have 3 big boxes of retro hardware. That's motherboards, memories, CPUs, cards and whatnot, and separate box of old hard drives, and cases, and some other random stuff. So I'm kind of really, I won't call it hoarded. I haven't been, well, I mean pretty much, yeah. I've been hoarding, but I've been like buying, looking for good deals and whatnot. So currently behind me I have a working condition as completely assembled Pentium 2 machine that I did not disassemble. I kept it the way I bought it for now. My normal sort of ingest procedures is to disassemble everything, clean everything, because man, it all comes so freaking dirty. I bought myself, just to be able to clean the boards properly, I bought myself like 10 liters of isopropyl alcohol. 10 freaking liters, a jerry can. The cases, of course, you can pretty much clean with water and then retrobrite. I've even done that a little bit. Going to do more of that. But when it comes to the boards, it's just a brush and lots of alcohol. One of the reasons I got a ton of audio cards is that I kind of kept finding them being sold on Russian version of like Craigslist, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. I kept finding more and more of them, and some of them would look really bad with bent pins for like wavetable connectors. Some other connectors they would have just soldered on board without like the brackets. Things like that, looking so freaking dusty or even damaged. And I would like buy especially those ones, and I would just clean them, and I would get a bracket for them, unbend the pins, and I think the ones at least that I processed that way fully, not a single one ended up being faulty. Though they would initially look awful. They would initially look like e-waste. So, and I think I got way more audio cards right now than I have even motherboards that I can build PCs around, retro PCs around. So I post about that stuff sometimes on my Twitter. I'm constantly getting busy with something else, but that's like how I do things. I don't know, I just cannot do it the other way around. I would switch randomly between different projects, so that's why everything takes so long. But things taking so long, in case of some of the projects, for example guitars, that's almost like intentional. The longer it takes, the more I have time to learn something that I just didn't know. And in case of retro PCs, yeah, I kinda know things, but when it comes to working on guitars, yeah, I have like a whole education to receive on that. Okay. Why would I need to go to that base? I don't know. Maybe for 9 mils only. Let's go. Okay, another one. Come here. Yeah, that's ACP. Not going to find a lot of 9 mils here. I thought the keyboard on the desk was some pistol for a second. So, but what I have to do now, after I finish like up the stream, I have to keep working on transplanting the operating system with all the installed software from one super old notebook, laptop, sorry, it's not really notebook, from one laptop that's like 10 years old to another laptop that's like from 2025, I think. So I got the old system working on the new one. I got the old system working on a hardware that it knew nothing about and initially didn't even want to boot on. And I'm super happy because, well, I mean, that was the main thing. Now it's time to figure out like minor things, like installing all the drivers into the old system for the new hardware. For example, the touchpad doesn't work even. There's no sound and whatnot. Gotta get it all working. And the reason of transplanting like the system from one laptop to another is that it's like something that's used for work, and the owner, well, a person who works on it doesn't want anything changed besides the hardware. The old laptop, like, has always been super slow. I think it was never intended for like even Windows 10. Accidentally got upgraded to Windows 10. And second, it started fading, the keyboard on it started fading and whatnot, so other things. So the old system from the old laptop on the new one. I'm super happy that I was able to make it even run, because initially it wouldn't. Okay, so we are going west, we are not going north. Windows Vista. You are a rare kind, are you, Demetrio? You are a rare kind. Nobody really. I never, to be honest, even used it. I skipped it. So, but I switched from Windows 95, 98 to Windows 2000 really early. Then, of course, to Windows XP, then to Windows 7, and then to Windows 10. Haven't actually switched to Windows 11 on my main rig. My second rig, that's like sort of kind of a machine for experiments and a backup computer and whatnot, just in case something happens with the main rig, to be able to just fire things up and continue on the second machine. So my second rig actually is running Windows 11. So never used Windows 8, Windows 8 1. People kinda, there's one thing about actually Windows 8, that there are customized versions of it, modded versions, that people would call Windows 9. And some people like that a lot, more than 10. Demetrio, yeah, that's the problem. Well, we gotta say thank you to Valve for that. Gabe Newell is really pushing for Linux, and because of that push, well, they sooner or later will start figuring things out for Linux too. Already not being able to like already if your game cannot run on Linux, it's like it feels like a competitive disadvantage. So, and it becomes even more and more of a disadvantage, so compared to other games. So running on Linux, it becomes sorta kinda a must for the games, and thanks to Steam, thanks to Valve, and thanks to Gabe Newell for that. If your game for some reason, if it's like big and it doesn't want to work on Linux, yeah, that's bad. So I think it's shifting. Those things are kind of like changing, and changing for the better. Just in case of some companies slower than people would expect, but yeah, slower than people would want them to be moving, but one day and pretty soon I think everything's going to be there. DZ works absolutely perfectly, AU Demetrio. I tried DZ on Linux. I actually used Ubuntu. I tried DZ on Linux in 2023. I think in September 2023. I think, and it felt very smooth. It felt very smooth. And if somebody, listen, one thing I wanted to tell everybody. Jack, welcome. Nice to see you. So, people seem to be recommending different versions of Linux for like gaming. I would say, my personal opinion, just use Ubuntu. Not because it's the best for gaming, because it's super, extremely common. Like everybody and their dog is using Ubuntu for like all sorts of crap out there. Not especially for gaming, for everything. And there is a ton of info, like everything you want to know. Probably every possible question asked and answered on the internet about Ubuntu. So, and I've been using Ubuntu locally when I need Linux, and on my internet servers, like for quite some time, and you always can find the answer. Demetrio, yeah, Ubuntu is like pretty much, it's common, and that makes it not a Swiss Army knife, but kinda good for everything. Let's put it that way. Okay, here we have a barrel. So we have storage for our present. Let's just make it a little bit more visible. So if you want, try your first Linux, just, and of course people mostly would do that for gaming, I would say Ubuntu. Ubuntu for everything. You want to, like some internet servers and you don't know what to choose, Ubuntu. You want to try some gaming, you never tried gaming on Linux, you never tried Linux, Ubuntu. Everything just Ubuntu, simply because it is freaking everywhere, everybody knows it. The knowledge base is just absolutely insane. So, yeah. I have an idea. So, what if we craft socks? Wear them a little bit, or just damage them with shooting? So, and pack just soaked wet, and damaged socks. So I'll have to, of course, hide my shoes for now. Yeah, you cannot move it when it's full. Well, when it has anything in it. Can I please have like a moment of peace here? Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. So let's put it just in the middle of the road here. People go here, people spawn here. Okay. So the socks are wet. Now we need just to run around a little bit to make them my shoes. I don't want to lose my shoes though. Taking out fresh. Yeah. I know the feeling. Yeah, and I have a feeling that I'm actually alone on the server. Though we found some signs of people, but... I mean, we found some signs of people in Polyana, and I kept saying that maybe they are stale. Maybe nobody been around for like, well... hours, a couple hours, maybe. And then we got killed there. Out of the blue, but that's how Polyana works on low pop servers. It's always, if it happens like out of the blue. Okay, do I have you? Still pristine. Yeah, when you need them to get damaged. Okay, we gotta try shooting then. But they might just get ruined. Well, definitely not with the Desert Eagle. A Desert Eagle will definitely ruin them. Something like an amphibia would be perfect. 10 kill. You got pretty serious goals. You got, I would say, pretty insane goals. I wouldn't even think about anything like that. Okay, you're coming. And save the bear. Yeah, okay. So the bear, if the bear attacks somebody, if a bear attacks somebody, if they do not do any harm to the bear won't kill them. So it would send them on con. It would make them bleed. It would take some quite some health, but yeah, if you just let the bear pretty much attack you, you are safe, unless you have like low health. A lot of cars, and they are death traps. Yeah, you're the metro. So the bear might not need even saving. But yeah, that's one of those insane ideas that would look good in I don't know, video or something, as content pretty much. Okay, somebody left some chicken steaks here. It's already already moldy, already bad, but maybe they got left there because they were bad. They went bad at that point already. This is supposed to be there. What is it doing in my backpack? This one's wearing the helmet. Yeah. Those are pretty specific ideas. I mean, I like it. That's a shotgun. I need something like a pioneer or amphibia. I'm wearing socks and yeah, they're staying pristine exactly when you need them actually to go bad as fast as possible. At least like worn. They're just wet. Always can get them more wet in the river. Oh, that's food. Interesting. And this is lunch meat. Yeah, I mean, I am not sure, you Demetrio. I am not sure, though. One thing that I would prefer like low profile backpacks, even of lower capacity, like for example this one over something bulky. So, but that's because it feels like just a smart thing for PvP to have less of a footprint. Started finding these recently on the coast. Haven't seen them before. So yeah, I prefer to have like lower footprint. Hunting gear, Jack the Fast, they nerfed it. They nerfed it. I used to end up always wearing hunting gear, but now the green one is like only medium insulation, unfortunately. So the hunting gear, the hunting clothes, they are not that good as they used to be. The ones that are white now have the best temperature stats, the best insulation stats, and that's for Sahal. Okay, this is at least 9 mils. they used to be high insulation, the green ones. They used to be high insulation, not anymore. They are all medium now, and the white ones, they have the highest insulation. So, what was I talking about? Yeah, but I used to always end up wearing hunting gear, and it wasn't my favorite. I don't like to have the characters that would look the same all the time. So, but I would quite often end up looking similarly-ish. The gun's damaged, the suppressor's badly damaged, and I have 2 gun cleaning kits. And I'm not even taking care of this one. Okay. The old tactical vest, yeah, it looked pretty strange, like it was made of plastic. Yeah, I remember that one too. Okay. So it's time to try to shoot the socks to damage them a little bit. Well, a little bit did not work. Just one 9mm bullet completely ruined them. Okay. Who would have thought? And this is like the third weakest bullet in the game, I think. Still too powerful for them. I cannot do anything to the ruined ones. Socks for quiet feet. Yeah, pretty much. But these days I would only wear them occasionally. Mostly just keeping the new Spawn's athletic shoes on. Okay, this one was pretty hard to kill. So what I'm trying to get here, I'm trying to get soggy damaged socks. That's gonna be the present that I am going to make. Okay, we have food. Let's enjoy some. Since we keep finding it here in this empty place. Okay. Now, in order to make them wet, I have to go to the river. Oh, there's actually a pond over there, so I don't really need to go to the river. And I went over there. There's the train over there. I don't think I've ever seen a train in here. Yeah, this is my first train, I think, in Sobotka. Between Sobotka and Brenna. Let's take a look. But there's usually tons of zombies. So this is not a military train, unfortunately. Yeah, I have some rounds for my Desert Eagle, but yeah. Link, welcome and happy lurking. Thank you very much for that. Okay. I'm just going to be shooting preemptively. Because there's a little bit too many of you. But I'm only good at shooting them while they are not moving. Okay, this pistol is empty. Okay, there's like a lot of these too late. Who is screaming? Oh, you. Oops. No, 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 no. Okay. So this is the bridge between Brenna and Sobotka, and this is the train that I've never seen in Sobotka before. Well, it's going to have all the stuff for new spawns, which is actually a pretty cool idea. But I kinda like when they used to have insane military stuff in them. Yeah, my lighter's ruined. These days, the only military train I think would spawn in Borek. I don't think I can jump that high. Yeah, too heavy. But I remember once logging into as a new spawn, like starting as a new spawn. Okay, let's grab these rounds. We still have food that we need to eat. So I remember once spawning next to a train in Gliniska. And that was military, and of all the things on that military train, I found, being a new spawn, I found a grenade launcher with a couple of grenades. I even tried to kill another new spawn that kinda was going to loot the same train. But he ran away because I don't know how to aim with a grenade launcher. There's even a barrel here. Do not move. I don't know how to hit a moving target in the head. This one, well, was wearing a helmet, didn't help. And that's actually something super rare you can find on these trains. A detonator. Oh, hi. Too late. Okay. Is that a zombie? No, that's a pole. It's not a zombie. Yeah, this tushonka cans, lunch meat, essentially. It is what they call tushonka. I think if I remember it, they call it tushonka in Escape from Tarkov. Okay. Any 9 mils for me? I don't want to waste my good 357s on you zombies. So the train full of basic loot and not even like 100% basic, but some of it is actually like that detonator's pretty advanced. Hey, they sometimes turn the last second. Okay. Still wasted quite some bullets on this. Blah, blah, blah. Instead of reloading it, I'm cleaning it, because why not? So I got the detonator, which is sort of kind of rare. And to find one in a train like this one, it's like proper luck. Okay, we finally got some room in our inventory. Yeah. I think the socks are going to wear out pretty much in the natural way. There was a barrel hitting in one of the hiding, not hitting, in one of the bushes here. Yep. A couple even. The server actually spawns barrels. I found one in the village and here one on the train, means that maybe this one doesn't have a lot of bases. Did I kill all the train zombies? There's so many of them. Are you coming? Did you get stuck in that tree or something? Yeah, you dream. What? Did I see something? No. For a second it was like a bot, but no, it wasn't a bot. So these trucks, they actually supposed to spawn things, I think. Yeah, they do. Ski mask of this type. Okay. Stones, they just spawn on the road. And you. The engine actually spawns things on its sides too. Though one or two, only a couple. Yeah. That's like PD loot. Not PD, FD, fire department. There's a helmet on side. So, okay, everything's pretty standard. Okay, let's go to our barrel. Pick up a new one. They're damp. Let's get them properly soggy since we're at the river. The skirt's drenched. Everything's drenched on me now. That's okay. Let's fix the jacket. Let's at least wring out these pieces of our outfit. Like this. And like this. The main ones. Or I might end up with a character catching cold. I've never had pneumonia in DayZ. I've never had. I actually just try to avoid all the sicknesses here. So I don't know much about them because of that. I just avoid them the best I can. Usually pretty successfully. One thing we are not wringing out is this socks we are wearing. Call them socks. They are essentially like, well, footwear. Would you call socks a footwear? Technically you wear them on your feet. Okay, not cold anymore. That's the idea. Okay, the place is like unfortunately dead. Well, I thought Polyana was dead. And then I got dead in there. I'm not disappointed in the fact that I got killed there. I'm disappointed that I unfortunately didn't have an opportunity to shoot back. NRL, do you? Well, yeah, I do not. But I hope somebody would find them in DayZ and it's going to be fun. Oh, okay. Once in a while you find things like that. This is a cheeky place because it's sorta invisible. Though it's probably raided, looted and abandoned. This one is like big. Still has a lock. Yeah, a couple holes in here. Apologies. How is it possible for it to be on the ground? They do not fall down. What the hell? They do not fall down. How is it even possible? What the... This is the first time I'm seeing a piece of a base fence just being on the ground like this. What the... Okay, this one's just in a completely wrong orientation. Is it like a cheater's base? There's no storage anywhere. Might have been, of course, all despawned. Are you seeing this, people? This one's like not upside down and not lying flat on the ground. This one's like half of its side is in the ground. Explosions do not flip the walls. Nothing I know of can do that. They're simply not flippable. Yeah, Ayudametro, that was back then. These days, this is like super strange. Maybe they got glitched out after somebody raided the place. Yeah, there's one. Yeah, there's one on the ground like I do not know. I have no idea. This is the first time I've seen it. This one has a functioning lock on it. This one I can even access and see it. Yeah, I cannot disassemble it. I do not have my hatchet anymore, but I bet you can pretty much do anything to them. This one, I suppose, is locked. Yeah, this one's locked, and the lock is deep in the ground. Yikes. Okay. But yeah, this been raided and abandoned quite some time ago, so... Oh, our socks got damaged. Not badly damaged, but damaged is good too. Nice mushroom. Back to our barrel, because we have our normal shoes in there. They would despawn after a while if people do not interact with them, and I'm not sure what that interaction part means. Do you have like to just look at them in your inventory, or do you have to put something like nails and planks inside them, or remove something, or do you have to touch them, maybe like hit them? So they have a timer, and they would despawn without like people paying some sort of attention to them. But they would kind of do it gradually. I think maybe even the planks would go first, then the frame, and then the poles might stay for quite some time. The barrels here. Very nice. So let's pack the present. Swap. Yeah. So it's not, it's a small one. Okay, but it's a good one. It's a small one, but it's a good one. Somebody finds it, somebody opens it, and finds soggy, smelly, damaged socks in there. They'd probably be excited to see this outside of the event, standard event time. Or picking up like one nail. Well, one nail probably, yeah, it's not as stupid as somebody's soggy, damaged socks. But at this point I gotta call it a day. So this was going to be a short one from the start anyways. I ended up even going a little bit overboard with my time. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. So we got some action today, though we did not participate in that action. I could have... I mean, I knew I had to leave the place after I found all the canteens there, but I kept going. And then I even wanted to just take a break. And then I kept going instead of taking a break. So that resulted pretty much in my death. A couple of decisions that I could have made and I didn't make them. So resulted in my death. But that's what I was kind of, not death, but spending characters somehow, using them for something before they just get wiped and disappear absolutely for nothing. That's what I'm aiming at here, at least these days. So, and we got one spent. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Do not leave the channel yet. YouTube people, thank you very much for watching on YouTube. I actually don't even know if I had lurkers on YouTube tonight, but anyway, thank you. Whether you'll watch it as a live video, as a recorded video, please leave a like if you like this one. Though my death was kind of anticlimactic there. So I understand that it might not be a really good reason for a like. Subscribe for more on YouTube. I stream every day. Twitch people, thank you for watching on Twitch. Lots of people tonight in the chat. Quite some lurkers, thank you very much. Really happy to see you all there. AU Demetrio, Jack the Fast, who else? Wop, Conafton. Thank you very much, people, for jumping in and keeping me in the company in the chat. Lurkers, thank you very much for lurking. And now it's time for us to find somebody to raid. We always raid people. We always try to raid. Sometimes it would be somebody I follow. Sometimes it would be somebody completely new. Okay, just bear with me. Bear with me, looking for somebody to raid. I have already some candidates. I just want to see if I raided them not that long ago. Well, that guy, yeah, I did raid not that long ago. I'm kind of not feeling like going to the section of Daisy and looking for somebody new. Okay, this is like not one I wanted. Captain Pyra is playing Ruthless Chernarus. I don't know what it means. It's something really modded, but he... Yeah, this is something really modded. No, let's go and say hi to Captain Pyra, support him, since he is one of those streamers that streams not in his native language. His native language is Spanish. He is South American, but he streams in English. So let's go and say hi to Captain Pyra, and I will see you all tomorrow. That's it for tonight. Goodbye and good night.